はい、どうも、あかねです。電源を復旧させます。こんにちは、あおいです。この建物の中かな、目的地は。早速来やがったな、闇の使者どもが。暗めでちょいと入り組んでますな。そこまででもないと思うけど。
Okay, I should be able to figure this out.
3つのスイッチがあるみたいですね。とりあえずいじってみるか。これ全部つけるだけでええんちゃう？そんなに簡単ですかね。家のブレーカーじゃないんだから。ダメでした。ほら数秒考えた結果、上のランプの緑の部分をオンにするとのことに。こういうことですね。
Red lights, green lights. They have to mean something.
ヒントもちゃんとくれますので安心です。優しい独り言や。今さら止めに来たか。もう電気はこっちの味方なんだよ。ここの明かりはつかないんだね。ただ前作同様、ビリビリは敵にも有効みたい。さっさと戻ろうか。もう敵の敵だけれども味方ではないんだよ。この足止めされてる感苦手やわ。それでは出口までカット。
You have no idea how badly you're screwed! It's gonna be a blast to watch you find out.
話が全く見えないんだよ。さては引き戻しに入っているな、この小説は。なんか爆発したぞ。闇のグレネード？囲まれたくないから少し戻るか。ダメージはあんまないかな。遠距離型の AI か。もうちょい観察すればよかったが、ゴーグルに大きめのリュックを背負ってたかな。マータなんかやっとるか。これ最初のやつかな。これを車で見るのがドライブインシアターだね。
No, don't. Oh, it's not. It's you. Did you help me?
Looks like you're feeling better now.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened. There was this guy.
Before you say anything, I know I look like him, but I'm not.
Don't worry. You just don't feel anything like he does. He was in my head. I feel like I need to take 50 showers.
Where is he?
That asshole wanted to get into the projector booth. He was talking about fixing things so the sun never comes up. God, it didn't seem that weird when he was saying it. It sounded really good at the time.
You weren't yourself. The projector booth. That sounds about right. I need to get in there.
I have the access code for the door. Here.
Thanks.
I'm just glad you showed up now. He said he'd be back after he'd arranged for some security.
また人を助けてしまったか。エマも救えたらよかったんだけどね。
Feel up to telling me what's going on here?
We have an art exhibition here, supposed to open tomorrow. I'm the curator. My name's Serena Valdivia.
Alan Wake.
Holy shit, it is you. I've seen you on the big screen. I know your wife.
You know Alice? Wait. Big screen.
Yeah, we have a film from her here. What the hell happened to you?
アリスが関係している映画。
Getting back to Alice.
Oh, God, yeah, sorry. It's quite a coincidence that you're here. She made this short film. She shot it years ago. You're in it. It's a part of the exhibition.
I'm in a film?
Yeah, it's just footage she shot of you at some point, but she turned it into this thing. It's almost like a memorial of sorts, because, you're supposed to be dead, or something.
Uh-huh. How's Alice? Is she alright?
She's okay, I guess, all things considered. I know her pretty well. You're really Alan? I can't believe you're here. Nobody knows what happened to you. But there are people who say they've seen you.
That wasn't me. He just looks the same. Like, you know.
Yeah, but that guy's a lot more slimy. The thought of him makes me... I hate him, but there's something about him, God, he's so creepy. Anyway, you're not like him. At all. I hope you can stop him.
追悼か。まあ、行方不明だし、ね。アリスの映画がここにあるらしくて、映写室もあるということは、そこで流せばいいのかな？かもな。ここだね。
That's the security system? I guess it was too much to hope for an alarm and a fat rent-a-car.
ヤミのバリア、どうやって話すんだろうね。鳥間近づきますか。なんか生えてきた。左上に闇の通路を破壊するってあるな。最初のマップの油田的な意味合いだとしたら、一瞬光に反応したし、その謎の建造物を超過してみましょう。どうせ耐久力高いやろうし、バンバン投げようぜ。3本浄化すれば、通路は防げるみたいだね。変化がないようですが、今の1本で終わりってことはないんじゃないかな。おお、生えてきた生えてきた。これを何回か繰り返せば全部剥がれるのかな。2、3、3本浄化でようわからんけど親玉が消えたな。
The champion of light can feel the fragment of the signal in his pocket, the weapon that can change what will be. It's incomplete, but it's all he has.
ここでシグナルを参考にするみたいだね。それは真夜中、夏もそろそろ終わろうとしていた。そう。ちゃんとうちにわかるように説明してな。とりあえず室内を見てみようよ。これが映写機かな。古そうなアーケードゲーム。でっかい時計が9時13分。時間を変えられたな。ああ、真夜中ってそういう。ほうほう、真夜中になりましたな。レースゲームや。自動で動くんだね。つけた時に音が鳴ったから見てる必要はなさそうですが。8倍速でこの長さとか長すぎやろ。ぬるっと終わったね。夏もそろそろ、はこれか。カレンダーで夏を終わらせますか。今ちょうど夏なんやけどさ、現実がくっそ暑いよね。熱中症には気をつけましょうね、本当に。あとセミにもな、すごいビビってるよね。地面のセミに、あれはセミからのジャンプスケアや。
Hell, this isn't going right.
なんかダメっぽいな。シグナルが未完成っぽいのが原因だったり。
You've been up to something, haven't you? Too bad it's not gonna do any good. I'm a better you than you ever will be, and I've got all the time in the world. Everything you've got's going to be mine. Your life. Your wife! What are you gonna do about it? The sun's never coming up now. I can keep this up forever. Show yourself! Whatever you say, buddy.
The rush of darkness is unstoppable. Time itself twists and tears, sweeping the champion of light back with its dark currents. Again, he enters the world, but now he sees the trap for what it is, a maze that loops back into itself.
I'm here again. He sent me back.
ループします。ステージ数は3つです。ループしたとはいえ、アランは記憶を保持している。それを利用して、うまく立ち回りたいですが。それではこの後は、ラジオをご紹介。話のつながりの関係で3本ずつ流します。
Well, here you are, about to enjoy another cool Arizona night with me, Eddie Rodman, the host with the boast. Hey, any of you guys remember Old Gods of Asgard? Man, I actually saw them twice back in the 70s. I was just a kid then, but my dad worked at this club, and he'd sneak me in to see bands all the time. You know how it is. Talk about an education. Anyway, great band, couple of great albums, solid fan base, and then they kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Well, now, almost 4 decades later, they're making a comeback. And let me tell you, these boys have seen a lot of road. There's some serious rock and roll veterans, because they weren't too young even back in the day. Well, now I've got Odin and Tor Anderson, 2 of the original Old Gods, in the studio with me, along with their manager, Barry Wheeler. Nice to have you guys here.
Oh, hey, great to be here, Eddie.
Yeah, hey, hello! Now, boys, let me just come out and say this, all right? Spring chickens, you ain't. I mean, you guys, you make the Stones look young.
You're only as old as you feel.
Who you calling old? Now, your last album was 1978's In the Valley of My Shadow. And then you stopped playing altogether after that. Why? And what made you do a comeback after all this time?
Well, it was a sad thing. See, the original bass player for Old Gods, Fat Bob Balder, passed away in... What was that? Leukemia! Bob had leukemia, poor bastard.
Yeah, after that, we didn't feel like playing no more.
Long story short, I ran into these guys up in Washington, and it was obvious to me that they still got it. So I figured, hey, let's make some music, right? And they went for it.
Now, Barry, you were a literary agent before this, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you were very successful. You represented Alan Wake, I believe, who disappeared under mysterious...
Yeah, that's... Hey, I just want to talk about Old Gods tonight. Is that cool? Can we do that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Listen, why don't we take a little break, and then later on in the program, we'll hear the new Old Gods single. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back, listeners. As you know, I'm Eddie Rodman, and I'm still talking to Old Gods of Asgard, who are doing their big comeback tour. How's that been going for you? Odin?
Splendid! I'm having the time of my life. You know, I didn't realize how much I'd missed that.
And what about you, Tor?
It's okay, you know.
Well, this must bring back a lot of memories.
Oh, yeah! It's wonderful to be back on stage. If it wasn't for my knee, I'd feel like a young man again.
Well, speaking of that, I hate to keep harping on this age thing, but I gotta tell you, I've heard your new songs, guys, and you sound really good.
Thank you.
And this may be a touchy subject, but to be blunt, you really don't sound, old. I mean the difference between your speaking voice and your singing voice, it's pretty striking.
What the hell are you talking about? You saying it's not us singing on that record?
What? What's he talking about?
No, I'm not saying that, guys, but I can't help noticing the difference.
Son, you're on thin ice.
You calling me a liar?
Whoa, hey, let me just step in here for a moment, boys. Yeah, Eddie, they do sound different, but believe me, we're not talking Milli Vanilli here. These guys are the real deal. Why don't you come to the gig tomorrow night and see for yourself? Once they get on that stage, boom, things get real.
Really?
Believe me, they play like they're possessed. It's almost like magic. Look, you see my boys play, you see the Old Gods for real. These guys project a lot of power. They're not lightweights, you know what I'm saying?
All right, Barry, I'll see if I can make it. Now, let's take another quick break here, and after that, we'll play the new Old Gods of Asgard single. Don't you go away. And we're back with Old Gods of Asgard and their manager, Barry Wheeler. Guys, you're on your comeback tour, and you're playing a lot of your classic material, but you've also got a new single out, right? How'd that come about? Was it hard to go back into the studio after such a long time?
Are you kidding me? They were chomping at the bit. They were just itching to stretch those creative muscles. Now, it had been a while because, they spent a lot of time in,
Retirement. We were retired.
We were?
Yeah.
No. We were at the lodge, and we escaped.
We were at the retirement
retirement thing.
Yeah.
So, really, once we got in the studio, things started happening. Now, the music has changed a little bit, and the boys were a little rusty, so it took us a while to find the right gear, but hey, once we got going, whoo, boy, they kicked ass. And it's an awesome song. It's called Balance Slays the Demon, and seriously, I think it's their finest work. And hey, I should know, I produced it.
Oh, really? I didn't know you were a producer.
Well, this was my first time. I mean, they needed a little bit of guidance, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, these guys are the best. But it's the 21st century, man. Things just sound a little different these days. So, I kind of stepped in there, helped them make it sound all cool, kind of jazzed it up.
That sounds like a challenge.
Oh, no, it was really easy, man. I was just, hey, give it a little zing, Let's take it to another level so it really rips. Let's just throw some really sweet synths in. Like that, just kicked it up a notch, but it's totally old gods.
Well, listeners, you can judge for yourselves. Here's Old Gods of Asgard, and Balance Slays the Demon.
Oh, yeah!
それじゃあ次回は2週目からのスタートです。ご視聴ありがとうございました。またな。